Northern Michigan is remembering a generational hero who died last week at the age of 104. Dick Grout served our country in World War II and was part of both the D-Day landing and the Battle of the Bulge. 9 and 10's David Leiden looks back on Dick's selfless service.
I think there's no question that I was going to get into the service. I wanted to be involved like everybody else.
Like so many in his generation, Dick Grout felt compelled to serve as the United States found itself pulled into World War II in December of 1941.
So I went to Fort Belvoir, Virginia, which is a military engineering school, something like 3 months, and I graduated as a second lieutenant. Within a week, I was on a ship on my way to England.
A combat engineer, Dick's service eventually brought him to Omaha Beach in Normandy on D-Day. He was part of the first wave to land there.
The beach was under heavy fire at that time from the Germans, but particularly small arms fire, because the German friends were up in the hills looking down at the beach. First thing you do is look for some kind of cover and a way you could get away, particularly for that small arms stuff. Our specific job was to open up and exit from the beach, so later on in the day as vehicles, tanks, and so forth came in, we'd be able to get off the beach.
Dick would later find himself in another tide-turning battle of the war at the Battle of the Bulge, where he'd suffer a leg injury.
I don't quite remember the date, but I think it was late into December something by the time. Yeah, we were under heavy mortar fire. The Germans were just maybe a quarter of a mile on the other side of the river. So they knew we were there. They knew what we were trying to do. And I got a couple of others got hit on that one. Leg and back pretty well torn up.
Dick eventually found his way to Northern Michigan and earlier this year was awarded France's highest honor for his service in World War II. And Dick's sense of service continued long after the end of the war.
The donation of his time was the easiest thing to see, but even then he was fairly quiet about it. So whether you were close to him by going to a social event or a cultural event, or just seeing him on Sundays, you felt that he was part of your circle. And that's an unusual, I think, capacity to be so welcomed by such a broad range of people.
A celebration of Dick's life will be held on January 18th in Suttons Bay. He'll be buried in Massachusetts. For 9 and 10 News, I'm David Leiden.